Hey guys, I hope you had an amazing weekend. I've just had a lunch break and I thought I would do this live stream. So, I've had some amazing chats this morning with one of my team members and a client, and went for an amazing walk and saw like 6 wallabies this morning, and had some really healthy food as well. And so I wanted to do this live stream about letting go of attachment to be able to, attachment of the outcome to be able to get what you really want. Hey Dion, hey Pat, hey Mon, how you guys going? So anyone who's on, let me know where you're watching from, and did you have a good weekend? Hey Tanae, how are you? Hey Ed, how are you? So it's what I'm about to talk about is kind of counterintuitive. It goes against everything that we've learnt. And lately I've been doing a lot that is helping transform the way I look at life and the way I look at business. And it's hard, you know. Well, it doesn't have to be hard. It's transformational. And there's some big shifts that have been going on for me lately that are really changing the way I look at everything. And one of them is about attachment. Now, a lot of the time in life, we have attachment to people and things and places as well. So we are attached to the house that we live in. We are attached to relationships. We are attached to our physical possessions. We are attached to the way certain relationships are. We are attached to our business. And when we are attached to things, we hold ourselves back from actually being true to ourselves. And we bring up a lot of emotion that we don't need to. And if we relate this to business and relate it to goals, when we attach to a specific outcome, we actually put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and we come from a place of desperation and scarcity rather than a place of abundance. Hey, Nicola, how you going? Hey, Amy. Dion said home office, but need to get going to actual office via lunch and coffee at the moment. Cool. Awesome, Pat. Hey, Kayleen. Hey, Dario. How's everyone going? Hey, David. So, basically, when, I'll use an example of money, okay? I had a client say to me recently, I need to make $10,000 this week. Now, when we come from a place of I need to do this, listen to the words, I need to do this is all about putting that pressure and stress on yourself. It's like you might feel like you need to do that, but what do you actually want? It's really important to listen to the words that you use. You need to delete certain words from your vocabulary, whether you're saying them out loud or whether it's going on up here. And some of these words are need, should, want, might, try, maybe. I need to delete all of these words. And instead, listen to when you tell yourself, I would love to do this. This feels good. Okay? Because I need to or I should is usually because you think you need to or it's on someone else's agenda. But when you're coming from a place of your heart space and it's a place of like, I would really love to do this. This would fill me up. I would feel amazing. This would really give back to the world. Then you're coming from a place of your true passion and your true purpose instead of a place of desperation. And I know with money, this usually comes from, oh shit, I've got bills to pay this week. I need to make this amount of money. And, you know, yes, we live in a world where we do need money to pay for things, definitely. But if you're telling yourself, I need it, then you're putting that energy out there of desperation, of scarcity, of a low kind of vibration as well. And other people pick up on that. Now, other people, your potential clients, may not be as self-aware as you are, and they may not realize that they're picking up on that desperation from you, but at a subconscious level, they're still going to be picking up on it. And whatever energy you're in is reflected out to the world. So if you want to get in a good state and be in a good energy, you need to work on yourself. You need to know your identity. You need to work on your belief systems. bringing in positive, empowering beliefs and clearing any negative beliefs and past stuff and future worries so that you can be present. You need to work on what your values are and be living in alignment with your values. And you need to be clear on the environment that you're in, the physical environment, but also your circle of influence, the people you spend your time with. Now, if any of these are off, you're not going to achieve the things that you want. And, or you might do, but it's going to be a push and a struggle. It's not going to be from a place of flow. Now, I've really been shifting a lot lately, and as you can probably see, I got a lip piercing, I changed my hair, I'm wearing like a little, if you can see that, floaty dress. I'm being more girly, I'm more in my feminine, and I'm practicing being more soft and not coming from a place of hustle and push. I'm slowing down. And when we allow ourselves to slow down and breathe and stop for a moment, then we allow ourselves to bring in whatever we want in our life. When you're go, go, go all the time, when you're pushing, when you're attached to the outcome, you actually don't get it. And you may get it. It might take longer though. It might be inconsistent. You might not get it at all. Or you might get it and it comes from a place of hustle and push, not from your true self. And so, yes, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but we need to slow down. We need to put what we want out there, vision it, realize what you want, get connected to what you want, but let go of the how. Let go of the plan. Let go of even the numbers necessarily. Have a certain amount of structure, but don't be like, I need to make this much this day, and I need to do this and this big long to-do list, and putting all this pressure and stress on yourself. I just put things out there now and I know that it will come back to me. I know that I will get what I want by being the person who I need to be. Yes, I do the work, but it's not from a place of hustle and push. It's from a place of flow, and it's from a place of looking after myself first. Because anything can happen in life, you know? We can plan all of these things and a tornado could come and take our house away. You can't actually control anything in your life. So stop trying. When you hold on to something and you squeeze it so tight and you strangle it, you actually stop your chance from getting what you want. And it's like if you're in a relationship, right? And you're like, I want this person to be this way, or I expect this of this person, or you're putting a label on something or whatever. You're actually squishing what could potentially become your reality. Now, for me, over the next few months, I'm in my old house at Chermside at the moment. My ex and my kids are in Sydney. After this, I'm going down to Adelaide for a week, and then I'll probably come back here for a little bit. Now, nothing's set in stone, you know, those plans could change any moment, and I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally cool with whatever happens and whatever's on the horizon. And when we're okay with whatever happens, when you're okay with being broke, when you're okay with being alone, when you're okay with being sad, when you're okay with any possible situation, then everything just comes your way anyway, and you create the opportunities that you want. So I guess a little bit of an update after that. I'll probably be here for a little while to sort a few things out, and then I'm going to just pack up and go to Bali. And, you know, my kids might come there with me for a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be there for a month, 6 weeks, a couple of weeks. Whatever happens, happens. And then I'm going to be going over to Europe. And again, I don't know exactly what's happening with that, where I'm going to be, but I'm just letting whatever happens, happens. When I wasn't doing this a few weeks ago, I was stuck in a place of resentment, anger, criticism, judgment, uncertainty. And me trying to plan and trying to know where I was going to be and who I was going to be with and what was going to happen in my life created a lot of anxiety, overwhelm, stress, and pressure. And so when we're trying to create this certainty and this plan and get others to go, no, you have to let me know what's happening, then we actually push people and opportunities away, and we still have the uncertainty. So why not just be comfortable in the vulnerability, and then you will get anything you want anyway. Hey, there's a lot of people jumping on. So hey, everyone. Let me know if you have any comments or questions, if you can resonate and relate to this. Pat said, I've just had this conversation with a client, the vibration of words that are used. Totally, totally. And it's not just the words that you say, it's the words in your own head as well. I'm really good, thanks, Nicola. It's the words that are going on up here. So when you say you're with a friend and you see this friend a lot, and this friend is always really negative, gossipy, full of drama, and you just don't like being around them. They bring you down. Now, we put boundaries in place so we don't spend time or as much time with people like that. Most of the time, we spend time with people who are like-minded, who are positive, who lift us up. But what we have is this, yes, internal dialogue, this voice in our own head, criticizing ourselves, living in fear, telling you what you can and can't have, focused on what you don't want instead of what you do want. And really being that drama, gossipy, negative friend, but it's up here, so it's there all the time. You need to cut that shit out, yeah? If you don't want to spend time with other people who are like that, don't allow yourself to be like that. So really notice the words that you use, whether you say them out loud, whether you say them to yourself. Get rid of the shoulds, the musts, the I can't, the try or I might. Delete them from your vocabulary and really be aware of the words that you're using to yourself and others. Lisa said hard if it's your mother-in-law being the negative one. Well, it can be hard if you choose it to be hard, or it can be easy. And I have a mother-in-law, or I guess from my ex, who's exactly the same, so I can relate. And what you can do is you can limit the time that you spend with certain people. There's certain people you can't cut out of your life, but you can limit the time. And you can't change anyone else, but you can change your reaction to other people and to situations. And what I want you to visualize is a bubble surrounding you. And imagine this amazing white light and this energy and this bubble around you. And when you are with mother-in-law or when you're talking to her, imagine anything negative just bouncing off that bubble. This is your private space. Nothing gets in there without your consent. Okay, so you get to choose what you take on. You get to choose what you hold on to, what you get triggered by, what you get upset by, or you get to just bounce it back off you and not give a fuck, basically. And the thing is, whenever we're triggered by a situation or a person outside of us, it's because either part of that believes it about yourself, or it's bringing something up that you need to learn, and you need to learn the lesson, or you need to let go of from your past for it to not bother you anymore. Because there's always going to be negative people in our lives. There's always going to be, at certain times, not all the time, yeah? There's always going to be people who don't align with our values, and triggers and obstacles and things like that we have to overcome. But you choose how long you want to hold on to that for, if at all. And you get to choose your reaction and the actions you take to move forwards. Okay? Anything can happen to you in life. You know, there's not people that just get handed everything on a silver platter and never have any struggle to deal with in their lives. Everyone has struggles to deal with. It's how you bounce back from these struggles and how you react to them and who you are as a person that allows you to create whatever you want in your life and bounce back from things super quick. And that's something that I've had a lot of stuff going on for me lately, but I'm in the happiest, most aligned, most connected place that I've been in for years, or if ever, probably ever actually. And so I can lose everything around me, but as long as I know who I am and I trust in myself and I continually work on myself, the world or people can throw anything at me and I know that I'm all good. Nicola said, exactly, we are only responsible for our own reactions. I imagine a pond in between myself and the person, and all the negativity that comes out of them falls into the pond. Has worked for me for years. Awesome. I love that. Thanks for sharing. So I'm going to head off now, guys. Hope you have an amazing day. Make sure you have some lunch if you haven't already, or wherever you are in the world. Take some time out to look after you, even if it's 5 minutes, to just slow down and breathe. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you've jumped on towards the end, make sure you go back and watch the start. And if you're not already in my group, it's called Seven Figure Mindset for Entrepreneurs. Make sure you join me there. And hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Bye. Thanks, Pat.